Hi, my name's Mulkerrin. I'm playing the role of Conor in Quintessence Theatre's Behind Locked Doors.
My name is Ceara Carney and I play Aisling and Conor in Behind Locked Doors.
It's about abuse. The time period we've chosen to focus on is during the lockdown, but it applies, of course, abuse anywhere, anytime, any place. It follows two couples, Conor and Aisling, a new couple, young couple that have just moved into a house together, and then the lockdown starts and they have a newborn baby, Sam. And the other couple is Matt and AV.
Two completely separate stories that we kind of show parallel to each other, and basically one character experiences a form of domestic abuse, emotional, coercive controlling, that kind of escalates at the hands of lockdown, and then with the other character we also follow their story and how they experience being alienated from their children and their other partner, their ex-partner, the mother of their children, using lockdown to stop them seeing their kids. So we're basically looking at how lockdown escalated various forms of abuse by telling these two very different stories that overlap in some ways. The process of devising a new play as opposed to working with a pre-written script is much different. We improvise, based on weeks and weeks of research, we start to improvise different scenarios that we would like to see or just play out and see what happens our characters in these situations.
You kind of enter the scene with like, you are at A and you need to get to B, go, which was again very challenging but very rewarding.
Because you're not handed a text that someone else wrote, you as an actor and a character and a person with your own lived experience of this, or your family and friends close to you, you're bringing their stories and their experience into the improvisations that you make, and therefore you are like woven into the script so much more. It's so much more realistic, and there's so many more nuances
because there's no script to hide behind. It can be quite scary and nerve-wracking when you're putting essentially a piece of you. You're devising your truth and your honesty onto the stage with no framework of a character.
Yeah, the devising process is a lot of fun, even when it is harrowing or challenging content, because it's all about improvising, letting go and just jumping in and seeing what happens. People should come and see Behind Locked Doors because not only is it telling stories that people have already given us feedback on to say that this is a reflection of reality, and I think art is a very great way and theatre is a great way to come and have parts of reality reflected back to you that either you might be in and living and not notice, or you might just not know about.
It's important to show people how these situations happen, how you can end up there, how people you know may be able to end up there, and the consequences of that and what it can do to a person. It's not always easy or comfortable holding a candle up to such difficult, dark subject matter. In fact, it should never be easy or comfortable, but it's important.
Going to an entertaining piece of theatre that is using various forms, not just, we're also using projections and sound and movement to tell a story, which is so much different to, say, watching a documentary. Or this is like a multi-dimensional piece of theatre, which is really entertaining to watch, but it's a very important story to know about, because what happens to Aisling and Matt is happening to so many people in Ireland and across the world today, and the audience that have come and seen it so far have said that this should tour the country. So there's your clue, you should come and see it because it's worth seeing for sure.
Sum up Behind Locked Doors in 3 words. Evocative, challenging, and vindicating.
I would say nuanced, powerful, and current. Come see.